Mondays to
وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم.
ìgbà wo la ṣe màsàlámà ti ya Ramadan tá a tún ti ń kọ́dún léyà ní mọ́ràbà tabarakallah. bí a ṣe ń palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún léyà ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ti fi sabilillah sínú bọ́jẹ̀tì wa pẹ̀lú ṣíṣàgbátẹrù àwọn ètò tó ní láadáa lọ́dọ̀ Allah. àyọkẹ́ láti inú Al-Qur'an wà ń bẹ̀ wá sí lónìrànràn fọdún léyà. àwọn wo gan ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sẹ́ran ọdún léyà. àwọn nǹkan wo ló ṣe dandan fọdún léyà tá a ti sọ dàwàdà. àwọn nǹkan wo sì ní òní ládàá ṣùgbọ́n tá a ti sọ di ọ̀ranyàn fúnra wa. ètò pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ lórí rédíò àti tẹlifíṣọ̀n OSBC Òṣogbo Ilé-Ifẹ̀ àti Ìbòkun tá a lè ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀. bá a ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ ètò kò díṣẹ́ olóore mìíràn lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ní ládàá wọn lọ́dọ̀ Allah. ẹ pè nọ́mbà alága ọdún iléyà tilé àwíyé Òkè Baálé Òṣogbo kẹsànwó ìdákọ̀mọ́ fún gbogbo ètò.
0803-460-0970 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 0803-460-0970.
Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
You're welcome to In the Newsroom this afternoon on OSBC television. Ilé-Àwíyé Òkè Baálé Òṣogbo, Babatunde Bolatito is my name. We have about 3 topics to trash today on the program, and the topics are attacks on federal government installation, like the prisons, like INEC offices, among others. The second topic is Nigeria governor from Nigeria Labour Congress kick against doubtful fuel subsidy payments. And the third one, only 84,000 Nigeria's 3.4 million refugees are registered. These are the topics for discussion this afternoon in the newsroom. And I have 2 gentlemen of the press here who will be doing justice to the 2 topics under discussion. I am talking about Adeboye Popola of OSBC here. Adeboye, you're welcome to In the Newsroom.
Thank you, Tunde Olatito.
Yeah. I also welcome Abdul Latif Agbola. Latif, you're welcome to the program.
It has always been my pleasure being here, Tunde.
Yeah.
This is my second move.
Yes, attacks on federal government installations started some times ago, especially when the agitation for self-determination began, especially in the eastern part of the country, where some people are calling for self-determination. Others are even saying they want to break up from Nigeria. This largely was responsible, as we say, is responsible for the attacks on federal government installations and offices. Other offices have been destroyed in the east. Police stations have been destroyed. And even where there's no self-determination agitation in the Federal Capital Territory, very few days ago, we had this news of jailbreak, and it has been happening like that throughout Nigeria in the recent past. This is what we want to discuss first on the program. And Nigeria as a country has witnessed attacks on federal government's installation in a very, very painful manner, in a very, very in a manner that one cannot be happy about in the last few years, even up to this moment. And the way, what will you say is responsible or is likely accountable for this?
You see, I think we have at different editions of this program discussed the issue of incessant attacks on the security installations, political institutions, such as INEC offices, and several other institutions, that goes, or that one will refer to as institutions that make Nigeria a country or a nation.
Yeah.
What is responsible? What are the factors that are responsible for those incessant, attacks? You see, one will not rule out failure of intelligence. You see, in a situation where security apparatus are not well functioning, in the sense that security operatives wait for an incident, a crime to be committed before they swing into action. We cannot but be witnessing issues like this. You see, when we are talking of security management is not expressed or is not demonstrated by the use of lethal weapons, by the use of combatants. You see, security management is well explained in the situation where intelligence, information gathering, is at the top gear. You see, we are detectives arms of the police, detectives arms of various security agencies are at higher alert level to their responsibilities. So that is an expression of effective security management. And I think that we have various security agencies in Nigeria. For instance, we have the DSS, we have the NIA, we have them like that. You see, the Nigeria police is one of those agencies that are closer. That is closer to the people. And when you look at the way Nigeria police is organized or is designed, it is designed in a way that if officers, actually understand, are well trained in the act of intelligence gathering, it will be very easy for them. For instance, police live within the community. They live among the people. Where they have nose for criminal or for conspiracy or whatever, for detecting, where they have nose for detecting act of a criminality,
especially before it is committed.
Before it is criminality could be named at the board, and that with respect to the way police is designed. For the fact that police live among the people means a lot. Gone are those days when they used to live in the barrack like the military. Military is a special security apparatus in the sense that they don't mix with the people because the training,
world of their own.
Yes, the training they receive, I don't think permits that because they believe in the use of weapons.
But we have military
police. We have military intelligence too. Those military intelligence, I think, their main function, the main function of a military intelligence, I think, is to make a survey within the military. But the NIA of this world, the Nigeria police of this world, we have intelligence section within the Nigeria police. If you go there, you will see.
Yeah.
And we also have a detective section. That is CID, Criminal Investigation Department. We have there is a thin layer of a difference between CID and intelligence. The ultimate responsibility of CID is to investigate crime that has been committed. But the intelligence is to nose for possibility, circumstances that could result into a commission of crime. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, I don't want you to go.
The essence of it is this, where we have been having incessant, jailbreak, violation of humanity, and so on and so forth, is that the intelligence sections of various security apparatus is very, very weak, or is dormant. Let me put it that way.
Abdulateef, shall we go a little bit further by trying to see other reasons apart from intelligence gathering that is...
Well, there are many factors, Tunde.
Yeah.
You see, intelligence gathering, I believe, is one of the major factors. But talk about the lack of capacity.
On the part of
the government security agency. Capacity on the government's part is that government at times is like, so I can't kill myself. When you see a political officer saying that,
nonchalant attitude, lackadaisical attitude, or frustration.
Even it is not lackadaisical attitude. It's a matter of a lack of capacity. If you have the capacity, you do it. But you can't give what you don't have. So some of these people are just opportune to be at the ends of affairs. They don't have the capacity to handle it. Then, if you see the kind of weapons, the kind of machines these bastards are using, they are very high compared to what our security agency are using. You only hear of a Super Tucano and the rest on the newspaper. So you don't see them on feet doing the job they're supposed to do.
Well,
that's one. And apart from this, you see compromise. Compromise on the part of the security agents and on the part of the civilians.
Let's call it sabotage.
Sabotage. Because at times you see people who are supposed to be giving security agents information will be doing the job of spies for these animals. All this, and apart from that, you see, criminal justice in Nigeria is another thing. When someone who has killed so many people get to court, may be jailed for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, and you will see, and the 3 years we're talking about in the correctional service, it is not up to 3 years. So they will think, well, if I do it, the much I can see spend in the prison is just 1 or 2 years, and before you know it, they go there and they return and they become something else in the public. Then after this, the issue of amnesty that the federal government introduced, when you see terrorists, when you see killers, and you are organizing a state pardon for them, do you pardon a criminal like a terrorist? You can pardon someone who mistakenly killed someone. That is understandable.
But someone
whose job is to kill people for just no reason, to bring the government on its knees, and you said because they are our children, they are our sons and daughters, we need to be magnanimous. So we need to be lenient. So let us give them amnesty. All these are contributory factors. Then we cannot reject the issue of intelligence gathering. It is very key because this is a guerrilla war. Guerrilla warfare is not the war that let's meet at the
battlefield.
Battlefield. This is not a matter of battlefield. It's a matter of someone who is coming from where you don't even know. I remember the other time when some armed robber came to Ikinu to rob a commercial bank there. Some women who are selling things around the federal government college said that àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ dẹ̀ wá bí láìpẹ́ yìí o tí wọ́n ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa pé ọ̀nà bó lè yẹn lè gba bí ìjáde sí ẹ̀yìn tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ gba kíní kan. So they saw them, but because they lack the knowledge, they didn't even suspect they might have been a dangerous people around them. So all these are the contributing factors. We need to do more to put an end to all this nonsense.
Thank you very much. We will go further because our time is fast spent. But before, let us take the next topic. Nigeria Governors Forum, Nigeria Labour Congress, kick against doubtful fuel subsidy payment. There have been a lot of times that the federal government will come up with the excuse that the fact that they are paying subsidies is responsible for the hike in price of petroleum products. And Governors Forum and the Nigeria Labour Congress are now challenging the federal government to really come out clean, tell them how much they are paying. And be that as it may, they describe the payment as doubtful. Because what we witnessed in a week to this time is a pointer to the fact that Nigeria is in for another price increase of petroleum products. Subsidy or no subsidy, what should Nigeria be paying subsidy if our refineries are working?
You see, that is the exact question. You see, I don't know the problem of this country, and the country Nigeria doesn't have any problem. The problem that we have, as an old major says in the book Animal Farm, old major says the problem that we have is man. Old major remove man from the heart of planets, and what we see is enjoyment for the animals.
You see, the only good human being is the dead one.
You see, look, don't forget animals too. Some animals too kill their fellow animals.
Of course.
I'm coming. You see, the problem we have in this country is lack of good governance. You see, and when we are saying that we don't have good people at the ends of affairs, I mean, it is like saying that we don't have good people at the ends of affairs when we are talking of bad governance. those that lead us in this country, you see, they are there for self-aggrandizement. They are not there serving people. They are there, to satisfy their lust. That is it. This fuel that is being imported into the country are, the products are, excavated from this country. Now, what stops us from refining the products here? If we have it in abundance, if we have it in large quantity, gone are the days when we have refineries that even supply other countries with refined crude oil. What is happening with the generation of leaders in the country today? What is happening? It means that we don't have patriotic leaders. Our leaders are not concerned. They don't even have the love of the country, the love of the people in them. All what the interest, if there is any interest they have in governance, is just to meet, to satisfy their lust, and nothing more.
Latif Agbola, there are a lot of refineries in this country that the government termed illegal, and they are refining fuel. The government call it illegal refineries. Yes, they are refining. The one belonging to the government that is said to be legal is moribund. Where do we go from here?
You see, the issue of subsidy in the first place is a race. It's an abracadabra. If you see, when Buhari's government came to power, the first time price of fuel was increased, the excuse was that they wanted to remove subsidy totally. And that's why Nigerian then tried to blame the government. But what we had later was that they still wanted to remove subsidy. What subsidy again? That means something is wrong somewhere. You see a kind of the depth of corruption in our system. I'm in support of the Governors Forum and NLC on this. But let me quickly add that even this Governors Forum, they are another pattern in the Yoruba parlance. When you get money today, spend it today. That has always been their stance when it comes to when it comes to the sharing of resources. So I believe if they have been doing what they're supposed to have been doing before now, we may even not have issues that we are having. And some of these people individually have oil blocks. So they are beneficiaries of all this. These so-called political officers, some of them have oil blocks. So whatever that happens doesn't affect them directly, and it affects them positively and not negatively. And apart from this, you see greed in some of us too. We are only blaming the political officers. What about government officials in NNPC, in PPRA, in the DPR, and what have you? Recently, I was chatting with one of my younger colleagues. He has passed through this place, and we have always get in touch with one another. We discussed that it was about Nigeria, how Nigeria will work. And I said it must start from the political officers that they need to cut down their remuneration. You know what that guy told me? The guy is younger than me, than high in age. He said, okay, you can't get one. So if that generation of Nigerians could have such in mind, then we need to check ourselves too. Those who are working in the NNPC, in the DPR, PPRA, in the DPR, they are even contributing to this problem because they don't see it as a big deal because they are getting their own kickback. Then if you look at the international connection too, we have the IMF, we have the World Bank. In most cases, if our economy works the way it's supposed to be to work, they won't be able to control us again. So they won't want what will make our economy to work, whether we like it or not. Then whenever we are talking about a cabal, people will always talk, they think like there is a particular one group of people in the political circle. No, what about the cabal in your sector? So we have cabal in your sector who would, okay, tell me, this probe headed by Honorable Farouk Lawan of the House of Reps there, the integrity.
Yes.
That probe again has never seen the light of the day. Agreed that Farouk compromised, he was arrested. Is that an enough excuse to stop the probe? Big wigs in political circle, in the private sector, were involved in this. So, and I only God can save Nigeria. That's my submission in this place.
Yes, Popola.
You see, he mentioned a very vital point. That is corruption and materialism. You see, President Goodluck Jonathan, when he was in office, he made mention of cabal, that Nigerians didn't know what the government is facing when it becomes to the issue of fuel. Now, President Goodluck Jonathan took steps which should have, which turned into a very dangerous occurrence in the country then. You know, President Goodluck Jonathan removed the subsidy. You remember what happened thereafter? People find themselves out and they started what one would call, master of what? Master of protest. In the honor of
involving those who are in government now.
Virtually all those who hold key positions in the present government were part of those protests. Why? Because they were benefiting. They were the one benefiting. Benefiting from illegal proceed of importation. If the government key political office holders, if they are not part of a particular corruption, if they are not part of a particular decay in the system could be easily amended, could be easily corrected. But once that problem, once those in government, are are neck deep in a particular system that is decay, you will see that hardly will that system be amended, and that is what we are witnessing. Okay. Majority of those people that we are referring to as big people in Nigeria today, where do they become big? What made them big? Corruption. They are those people that are feeling fat in the corruption of the country. I can be made bold to say that because when you probe them, when you profile them, you will see that they are not, many of them 20-30 years ago, they are not better than those of us here. But because they have connection at a particular time and they could reach they could be connected because they have been connected with dirty hands. They are now also shaking what? They are the people that shake dirty hands everywhere. So that is it. And they are captains of industries in Nigeria today. In a situation where a country, it is in Nigeria that a person will just rise or will just have his fame in industry all of a sudden. people who is not a scientist, people who is not who has not who is not into invention. We all know Bill Gates, how he started. We all know several other people whose name rings when it comes to technology. But where do Nigerians, many of them, where did these people, where did they start before they become a millionaire? But in Nigeria is a system, or is a kind of a nation where we worship money. Even if we know that this money is a blood money, people will still go there and just to feed from them.
Yes.
Before we leave, the other time I talk about lack of capacity. Now you see the problem here is lack of political will. How long will it
in
take?
most cases.
How long in this particular case? How long will it take us to have our own refinery? For Nigeria, a country with over 200 million people,
You see,
waiting for only one Dangote to build refinery for us.
see,
We are borrowing to do other things. Why not borrow to build a refinery? No, to build more than one that will be able to take care of our domestic consumption. That's my argument.
Look what is happening. Government is talking of illegal refineries, and those the fuel being refined by those illegal so-called illegal refineries. The fuel is used by vehicle on Nigerian road. If some people could build illegal refineries, why can't they be invited? Why can't we make use of their intelligence to build something? What has gone far beyond all this archaic system of running the system. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have secondary school students
Or leavers.
or leavers too with IQ that can provide ways for the federal government, even for the state government, in a situation where a state government is keen, is innovative. They will chart course for the government on how to do it in the modern
way.
In the modern way.
Okay, we go to the last topic on the program, and the topic is only 84,000 Nigeria's 3.4 million refugees are registered. Federal government.
Registered for?
Registered refugee. What we are talking about is that those refugees who are in Nigeria, only 84,000 of them are registered. But the total number of refugees is about 3.4 million.
You see, that is the
and Nigeria itself, out of the whole population of Nigeria, illegal immigrants are 3.4 million.
You see, that is
and every day we have sporadic attacks.
You see,
on
increasing wave of criminality. You see,
and up to this moment, no solution has been found.
You see, that is what we are saying.
Is there any future for this country with all this?
As long as a government like this continues in Nigeria, there cannot be any improvement, and criminality will continue to be multiplied. How can you have a group of people, a large number of people like that, without knowing their profile? Because what I think you mean by registration is to know who they are.
Yeah.
Where did all those people? Why did they come from? They don't have anything that could be referring to as their record. We don't have record for them. We don't have record of their national.
We have for those of us who
nationalities.
are Nigerians.
You see, and those people could even proceed from wherever they are settled and commit crime anywhere, just in any place. You see, the government of Nigeria, you see, I'm very sorry to say this. You see, they don't know the nitty-gritty of governance. Those are the ends of affairs. The first ever responsibility of any government is security of the nation. And in a situation where government understands what security is, government will take all measures. Government will take every measure to ensure that there is no infraction.
Yeah.
And one of the steps is for the government to be security conscious. Security conscious in the sense that you should know who is that person.
And what does he do?
What does he do?
And how does he live?
You see, you will be interested in the profile of whosoever. You don't just allow people to be walking along the street, to be loitering around.
Latif, what does the future portend for this country with what we are talking about here?
You see, it started somewhere.
Yeah.
When they are talking about what's the figure, 3.2 million. How did they come about the figure? When you say say they are 3.2 million,
yes,
and only 84,000 registered, how did they know that they are 3.2 million?
It means there may be more.
If that means they just mentioned a particular figure, because the country that doesn't have a data, even for the citizenry, you see. Today we say Nigeria is 180 million. Tomorrow we say they are over 200 million. So we don't have a data that we can call our own. And apart from this, who do we blame about this? What are the custom officers doing? Instead of running after car dealers, rice dealers, what are they doing about these foreigners? What is our immigration service doing? All these things. What are the secret police doing? Because if non-Nigeria is around somewhere, even individual who is not trained as a security agent will know that this is a non-Nigerian. Not to talk of security agent. So what are they doing to ensure that? In fact, it is very funny. If you see for a foreigner driving and you see a Nigerian driving, our security agents will allow foreigner to go with a car with foreign number and stop Nigerian.
That's it, though.
So what are we saying? We need to do more. My argument here is that Nigeria needs to be sincere. If I am to answer your question, we need to be sincere in everything we are doing. Some people are enjoying the system the way it is. That's why they don't even care. Some people don't have the capacity. That's why I talked about capacity the other time. If you are in a position to do something and you say I can't feed myself, that means you don't have the capacity. The best thing for you is to leave that position, is to train
somebody who is going to perform better.
Exactly.
You see, as a rider to what he has just said.
Yes.
You see, those people, the immigration officers, the custom officers, they are not even accountable to anybody. Because those are the ends of affairs are not accountable to the citizens. In a situation where there is no accountability, there cannot be transparency. And where there is no transparency, there cannot be probity. You see, Nigerians leaders, those in government, they have reached a position, they see that position as a position where they cannot even be questioned. They have become Kabiesi.
One who cannot be questioned.
Who cannot be questioned. And that is the reason they are so lackadaisical, they are nonchalant. And that is the reason you see some of them, they have become dormant. Some offices, though you will see people there, you will see somebody there, but that office is permanently dormant.
Doing nothing.
All what they are interested in is the booty from that office. That is it. That is the problem. How can in a Senate client, government will come out to say, can American government, could there be an information like that, a piece of information like
but these leaders travel out on regular basis.
Yes.
They know what operates in countries all over the world. Yet, they decided to keep mute in the situation of Nigeria, on the situation of Nigeria.
You see?
Why all this, Latif? Why?
You see, when they are the major beneficiaries of this, they don't want they just want the status quo to
And they want to remain there.
Exactly, because they know that if things go the way it is going, they will be they continue to be the major beneficiaries. So, and this is a system whereby even majority of the so-called populace, the majority of the masses are ignorant. I'm sorry to use this word. Before now, when we were very young, I didn't know that these people are from Niger and Chad Republic. We call them Deleon. They will just migrate. They will stop Nigeria when it is dry season. To the extent that they will come to you and they will see vision. They will see vision. You see, the government laxity, security laxity, then the ignorance of the citizens too.
What will you expect the citizens to do?
To when you see foreigners strolling around, it is dangerous. Can we be strolling around in any other country that we have a role to play too?
Look, somebody who came together.
We have a role to play too.
That he lost his way, and he was trying to contact his host.
Yes.
And as he was moving along the street, he was accosted. Where are you going? Who do you want to see? You see? Let me see your passport. Let me see this. The man just clicked on his phone and searched and got all records of the man. Ghana.
That's why I said about the database the other time. When we don't have the correct database, what do? Then at times the citizens are not conscious. That's the area he was asking the other time. We are not conscious. You are living in a particular community now. You have people who administer the peaceful coexistence in that particular community. If you see a strange face, even a Nigerian, a strange face in that particular community, you challenge the person. Why are you doing here? Not to talk of foreigners.
Look, let me tell you this. Before a citizen could be rich or could be so bold, could acquire boldness to do all those things, the government should have been the first class of intelligence gathering authority. You see, this is Nigeria. That if you have misunderstanding with even a Nigerian from other part of the country, that person we call is a kinsman, either in the military or in the police, and before you know what is happening, you are in court the following day, and you will from there move to the remand home. You see, the problem. Look, when we are talking of the issue of security doesn't exist. The type of security that we need this time around doesn't exist in the state of nation. So in the state of nation, you have everything working perfectly. Even the law is implemented the way it is ought to be implemented. But this time around, we are talking of the age of technology.
The reality of the matter is that everybody has his own share of the blame.
Everybody insists. You are correct. I'm coming.
Not everybody. I'm telling you. I'm coming. There was a day. The members of my neighbors or our community raised an alarm that there was an infiltration of a criminal, those marauders. and people woke up and the person was arrested. They called the police, a particular DPO, and the DPO told them that just make sure that you drive him to another community. We don't have any vehicle to come to that place now. That was.
And what did the community do about it?
I don't, you know.
The issue is this: when you call a DPO, maybe because he was trying to transfer aggression, maybe because he was daft. I'm not sorry to say that. Why not calling area command or even the state command? The other time you talked about the area of technology. You cannot call more than 2-3 people before you get the number of the PPRO or the CP in the state.
Let me tell you.
And they will know the appropriate police unit to call to come and
why didn't the DPO call the appropriate unit?
You don't. That's why I said everybody. The
next person to a particular community, the next security officer.
Let me ask you.
In any community is the DPO.
Adeboye, let me ask you this.
What are you saying?
When you get home today and you see someone roaming around your house, won't you challenge him because
of course I do.
That's what I'm talking about. Even as a Nigerian, there is a level of how someone would just be roaming about or
loitering around.
Loitering around, they are not just really, not to talk of foreigners. We all have a role to play. The government,
I'm not saying that.
You see, this is truth.
I'm not saying that.
I told you about this
Chadians
and Nigeria Republic.
It is the
Nigeria
duty.
The other time.
It is the duty of everybody to be security conscious. But that effort of security of whosoever that is security conscious lies with the quick response.
I'm not
arguing.
Those that are. I'm not arguing.
Those that are really
the instance you gave. We also have hard instances. Whereby you call police and they will come on time.
Yeah,
of course. That's what I'm talking about. If the DPO refuses to come on time, you call another police formation to come and rescue you.
Okay, gentlemen of the press, I want to really appreciate you for your contributions on the program. Our time is fast spent and we will not afford to move further on the program because of time. I want to specifically thank Adeboye Pupola and Abdulateef Agbola for coming on the program.
Thank you,
Sunday. I want to thank my producer, Oladayo Olanupekun, and the executive producer, Akiola Owolabi. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. Until next week, when we shall come your way with another series of topics that will be of immense benefit to the progress and development of this country, Nigeria, I say good afternoon.
Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.